So my name is Karthik, and I have Catherine Yan with me. So I just want to quickly, go through the one slide, and because the PDI is not available today, we took some screenshot, and then we're going to explain what our solution is. So the main problem what we faced, the why was the managers would always leave without doing any delegates, right? And because of that we had stalled approvals, and because they would go for vacation for 3 weeks, and the task would be in the approval pending for 3 weeks, and a lot of issues used to happen, right? And then what main complaint we got or feedback we got was the front end. They did not like the delegate feature doesn't have a front end, so someone who wants to delegate, they have to go to the back end all the time. The whole uh, because our managers are used to working off portal, and now they have to go to the back end, so it was very difficult to explain how to do things, right? So then we checked what how we can solve the problem, and then we saw, is there of course any out of the box? We don't want to reinvent the whole wheel, and we do see there is a granular delegation, but again it's tied up to the ESM HRSD module. So definitely we cannot use them. And then when said, okay, let's try, but then it also had some delegation rules which messed up the flows and workflows. So we said, okay, we're not going to go with that solution, and we're going to configure something. And people have solved this. I've seen like in the developer portal a lot of good solutions, but we wanted to kind of like do it on our own. So Catherine and I, we came up with a plan. The idea of the solution was to have the same user experience for anyone who's using the catalog form today. So we did not want to deviate from the user experience. So what we ended up doing is we created a link on the portal next to my task, because that's the most used feature, so everyone knows where to find my request, my task, my approvals on the portal. So we just kept a link of my delegate there. As soon as they click the link, it would redirect to a widget, and inside the widget we would bring a delegate uh, view for end users, and it would have just the approval notification, no jazz, just plain fields which we need to be captured easily, right? And when they submit, it would redirect to them to the record. And I can show you in the next screen how it looks like. And then once you do that, you can again go back there, like you see in the screen. We have the delegate button there, right, on the portal. So as soon as you click, you open the record, basic fields, very easy to do it. You click all of that, you submit, and then you get redirected to the delegates list view, where you can have the option to create a new, delete any delegate, change the dates, or edit the delegate if you want to change it to someone else. And if you go back to the first slide, Catherine. So, and then after the release, we did a quick feedback to see how the users felt. And I think we got a very good feedback saying the consistency of UX, the catalog design matched with this solution. It was frictionless, easy to fill the form. And the biggest you know uh, takeaway from this solution was the incident count for pending approvals got reduced. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. It's a simple, sometimes the solutions can be simple. And if ServiceNow doesn't provide any out of the box, I think we should try and work around the ServiceNow framework. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Anything to add, Catherine? I think I can hear you now.
Oh, okay, cool. Yep, I can add a couple extra things.
Yeah.
So, technically wise, how we did it. So, if you look at the first screenshot at the very top where we have this big red arrow pointing to the delegates, so that's where, and Karthik mentioned that we put a direct link into this portion of the header so that when you do click into it, what you would see is you're meant to see the list view of the delegate table, and that's done leveraging the out of the box, and it's called Simple List widget. And you would just feed a URL into the configuration so it knows to output the delegates table and to bring it forward through the service portal. And then Once you if you click new, then the form would look exactly as what you would see in the middle screenshot, where it's the form would be consistent with what's shown in the backend if you do go through the backend and you go through the user table and so on and so forth. This is using the form widget as well for the service portal, also out of the box, and this is also configured through feeding in through a URL. So it's bringing the form from the backend forward to the front end for the user, and then after they would submit, it would redirect back as mentioned, and it would look something like the bottom screenshot where anytime the user does click into the delegates again, they would be able to view all their set delegates as they would be able to in the platform view. But I think that's about it.